Deon got second at nationals this year, correct?
Yes, he did.
And Sean McCabe's a former ARG champion, correct?
Yes.
All right, man. So we got some big names up here about to do the thing.
Why is this camera not working?
A little bit of technical difficulties, guys.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
People have been knocking.
We'll get it fixed as soon as possible. But what do you think about the weekend so far, Phil?
I think it's been excellent. If you like for me, I really like watching competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. So if you can really appreciate that, then there's no way you haven't been enjoying these matches. All the feature matches have been on point.
Absolutely.
I
think we've seen a lot of great Yu-Gi-Oh. We've seen a couple little bit of sloppy play, but nothing crazy.
It wasn't, nothing crazy, but it's been a real good tournament.
All right, let's jump straight into our feature match. It looks like Deon Akridge is on Burning Abyss.
Okay.
He opens up with a Foolish Burial.
Yeah, I think most of the guys from Atlanta are on that build.
Yeah, we saw Patrick and Desmond both playing that as well.
Yeah,
Again, he is also on Rank Up Magic, in case you guys are curious about that.
Yeah, like you said, one of those kind of debatable cards, but it does add another dimension to the deck.
Absolutely.
Which, as the metagame's evolving, we see Quill coming down, Shaddolls getting even stronger. You kind of might need that, that extra little leg up.
Oh, absolutely.
So, nothing wrong with that. Experimenting a little bit. We'll see how it works out. Not doing too bad. I got to imagine this guy's either X1 or XO right now.
Looks like his hand is Rank Up Magic, Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, and Skarm, and a Rubik.
Yep, Rubik.
So we could very well see a turn 1 Rank Up Magic here, depending on what he feels like doing.
Yeah, that man definitely got some options right now.
Yeah, the cartridge is so insane just because you're able to plus off the Dante, and then you get your Pleiades, and then you still get to plus off of that.
Yeah, it's actually
it's insane.
Looks like he is special summoning the Rubik.
All right, Sean reading that. Yeah, not too much to Rubik as a card. Really just fodder to get that Virgil on board. So.
Yeah, it doesn't have the other effects that the Burning Abyss does. Its effect is basically being a tuner.
Yeah.
It can still
it's not like a
summon
floater
itself, but it does not replace itself.
Yeah, those floaters are really the backbone behind this deck. But still, he does what he needs to do. In this case, actually just going to go ahead and bring out the Dante. First turn Dante.
It'll be interesting to see if he goes into the rank up first turn.
Yeah, just bring out Pleiades.
And if he does he mill with the Dante, or does he just decide to keep 3 materials on it?
We'll find out.
It looks like
he's going to mill 1.
2.
2, 3. Soul Charge,
and he hit a
Upstart,
Skarm.
and Skarm.
Very last card, but he does get something off of that. So. See what he's going to bring back.
These are definitely some of the more uphill battles when you play against Burning Abyss. The turn 1 Dante is just a very strong play.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the least, he has the rank up to go into
Especially,
Pleiades.
the option to go into Pleiades, again, just crazy. Now, I don't know if they're playing rank up at 1 or 2.
I think I saw it at 1.
At 1?
Yeah, because Hoban, Desmond, Tyree, and the Leverets and Deon are all in the same build, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it looks like Akridge tried to special summon Sir with its own effects before he was corrected.
Yeah. Little run back of Tyree play we saw earlier. Made a few mistakes there, but regardless, still a good spot here.
Happens. So it looks like he special summoned Graf.
This man thinking what he's going to do next.
We're still not sure what McCabe is on.
Yeah, but this makes it difficult of if you actually want to use the
rank up magic.
Yeah,
because you don't know what your opponent's playing. I mean, that's just from our point of view, you guys' point of view. These guys may have well talked earlier. You may not know what he's playing, to be fair, but we're going to play or commentate under the assumption that he's not quite sure what's going on in Mr. McCabe's hand.
It looks like he is considering foregoing the Skarm search in favor of specialing it and making perhaps another
Dante maybe, yep.
But
and then in that situation, maybe he will feel comfortable just bringing out the Pleiades.
And that looks like what he's going to do.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, this is one of the strongest turns.
Yeah, very strong start. And he's got the Wing Blast in his hand, too, so.
The only part about the Wing Blast is he,
he's not going to have a card. Okay,
until he activates the effect of Pleiades to detach the Dante, he's not going to have a card to pitch
if
he decides to rank up turn 1.
Well,
and it looks like that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation,
rank up the Pleiades, set the Wing Blast, ditch the Dante, add back either Skarm or Seer.
Yep, and give yourself some fodder.
Or certainly a reasonable play too.
No. And you get again, Burning Abyss is gonna get the effects. It's crazy.
What's nice with this too is that you also you can actually loop it.
Did he
with
maybe he normal summoned the Skarm and he still has the search.
The Skarm was normal summon.
Okay, that was my mistake then.
But he still gets the search because he milled one.
Yeah.
Deon with that strong start, man.
And yeah, and he has the Sir Dante loop potentially here.
Yep. Yeah,
this
Sir
is-
Dante plus the rank up if you actually really wanted to do it.
Yeah, this is gonna be very difficult for McCabe to come back from, barring something like a super poly. And it looks like he is on Lightsworn Shaddolls.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. That Lightsworn variant not quite falling out of favor just yet.
I saw a Raiden, so I'm not 100%. I see mathematician, and I think I see.
Well, I think we can pretty much take it from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely playing that Shaddolls. That hand shuffling.
This is definitely going to take some careful maneuvering from McCabe.
Yeah, you gotta play it pretty close to the chest on this one.
He's going to start off with Raiden.
I'm curious to see if even if he'll even let this rock. But we haven't seen his whole hand, so I don't know if there's a Shaddol fusion in hand as well. Alright, get the thumbs up. Effect gonna go live.
It was Warning and Sanctum. That's really rough.
Yeah, those are cards you wanted to open
Yeah,
up
so
with,
Artifact Shaddolls.
not mill out.
Very interesting.
I feel
And it
your
looks
pain,
like
man.
he sets Ignition and another back row, and attempts to move to the end phase. It'll be interesting here to see if Akridge decides to take an aggressive line with Pleiades and Wind Blast.
Yeah, he could set him back quite a bit.
Yeah,
here.
because he can go here, get rid of the or set the Raiden back a turn.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that play too, just because it shuts off the mill power.
Yeah, which is honestly what this deck just depends on.
So he elects to detach
Yeah, Skarm on the
from
right
Pleiades.
Alright.
And then it's
You have to
your
imagine
Wing Blast.
it's tour guide. Yeah. So
Yeah,
Of
I get the
course.
tour guide.
Yeah, so McCabe is in a lot of trouble here if, depending on if he just decides to Wing Blast the back row and then potentially just Pleiades. If he runs the he drew space. If he were to run the Acid Golem, this could just be lethal on turn 2.
Yeah. Most of them doing Acid Golem because you can also pair it with Nightmare Shark, so that you
Yeah.
can swing for 3k direct.
And it looks like he's gonna bounce and he's gonna activate Artifact Ignition, targeting the Wing Blast.
Oh,
Looks like he's gonna chain.
Chain Seer.
now
So-
does Ignition gonna set before the card goes back to the top of the deck?
No, it's not. Wing Blast is on the stack right now, so
Okay.
they're waiting for McCabe to determine if he has a response.
Yeah.
And it looks like this is gonna happen.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
Oh,
he had
there's another Ignition, yeah.
set. So yeah, Akridge likely going to take this game.
yeah, he's gonna use the second Ignition.
Yeah, this is just a struggle right now.
He discarded Sir, so he's going to activate the effect of Sir. Oh, I'm sorry, he's because Dante was still on the stack,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so he's going to add Sir back.
And double Molotov goes down, so I gotta imagine that MST is gonna stay, or got the
Yeah,
job done.
and,
anyway.
and the Seer can just bring back the Dante, so then you're
Yes.
free to go tour guide.
Yeah, important to note that that was a different Sir he added to his hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we see a summon of a tour guide.
Yeah, I mean, you can literally just play Fearless here. Like,
Yeah.
just literally. Like, he has no way of just triggering.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
McCabe's
that's
gotta
it.
scoop
He has
up,
no way of
so-
triggering those Molotovs to face down.
Akridge's going to take
Yep.
a very quick game
Yeah,
one on
that-
the back of a very
He,
strong
he
start.
took it on turn 2. That was insane.
Yes.
Like,
absolutely.
that is what they want to see out of this deck. That is the openings that deck is capable
Yeah.
of producing. And when they do, it's just so nutty.
And that was especially on the double Dante opener, and that's the OTK one. Which
Yeah.
Oh, the
like-
loop you're referring to?
Yeah, or like double Dante and then into like either a Pleiades or something like that. It normally it puts you so far ahead that it's really hard not to kill your opponent on the next turn.
It's going to be very interesting to see how the dynamic of this matchup has changed with the introduction of both Virgil and Rubik on the Burning Abyss side, and El Shaddol Fusion and Shikenga on the Shaddol
Shaquita.
side.
Shaquita.
I'm
Did
sorry.
I say it right? Shaquita.
Shaniqua.
Shaniqua.
Shaquita,
That,
Shaniqua.
that name's changed a whole bunch.
We can go either way.
And and Burning Abyss does have a Firelight also now too, so it's going to be very interesting to see if the dynamic has changed any from what it used to be last format,
Yeah.
because this was likely, in a lot of players' eyes, the defining matchup of the format.
Yep. For a while, it was Satellar Knights and Shaddolls, and then that just kind of.
Yes, Teller's kind of got phased out a little bit. I want to say.
Part of it was like people just kind of learned how to build Shaddolls better. Satellar Knights, they're a much more linear deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easier to build. Just a lot of dig, triple soul charge, and a lot of traps. And that's
I mean, the Neb set 3, 4. Go.
I do think another big part of it was the advent of trap stun in some of the Burning Abyss builds. That also did wonders to be able to just shut the Satellar Knights out of the game. That and Downward Magician. As you saw more Downward Magicians, Satellars kind of have trouble clearing a ton of Downwards because even if you clear the Downwards, the Burning Abyss creatures that are under it will get their effects.
Yep.
And Satellars can't really climb uphill like that consistently to be able to deal with that.
And what Burning Abyss kind of had going against it, it was the new TCG archetype.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least we had an idea of how to build Shaddolls and Satellar Knights from the OCG and comport from there. Burning Abyss is just brand new.
Yeah.
So people are like, I know a lot of people were on
Supply
Squad, and that's like all of last format was just big back and forth. Do I want Supply Squad? Do I not? I mean, we had Jeff Jones won ARG Indy running spells.
Yeah, he played. What was it? 20 monsters and 20 traps.
Yes.
20 monsters, 20 traps,
insane.
and then we had Jordan Winters, who just won ARG Des Moines.
Yep.
And him and James Frazier and some others have always been a big proponent of Supply Squad because it's so powerful when you go first.
It just depends on the build.
And even just looking beyond that, like even the changes to the extra, where the beginning Burning Abyss builds would play like 2 Dantes and maybe 1 Downard, and as the format evolved, they would play 3 Dantes and 3 Downards.
Yeah.
That changed a lot of matchups.
People realized that having every single option for rank up Magic was just maybe a little too cute.
Yeah, because you didn't need it. You honestly
like
did
you
not
had
need it. Like people playing that vampire card.
Yeah, Vampire Lord Bram,
get
and
that trash out of here, man. You don't
I
need
mean,
it.
I can kind of see Volcasaurus, but that means you have to make a
you have to run Grenosaurus too, though.
Yeah.
Like, is that the trade-off you want to make in your extra deck space? I don't think so. Especially now with Virgil, you're never going to see that again. Outside of budget players.
I was also a big fan of Double Nightmare.
But they'll also use Leviathan Dragon over Dante. It does the same thing.
I mean, you can like freeing up that room. You can do like double, triple Downard. You have Leviathan and Giga Brilliant.
Yeah, so many options.
So,
and again, my personal favorite, Double Nightmare Shark.
That card's insane.
Yeah, Nightmare is just ridiculous.
Just the look on some of your opponent's eyes when you play the second Nightmare Shark. They're like, "You run 2?" Yep, exactly for situations like this, champ.
Yep.
All right, looks like both players are shuffling up. Get ready for game 2 here shortly.
Right. So Deon taking that first one pretty handily. McCabe going to have to try and bounce back. I imagine he's going to elect to go first on this exchange. Don't want to take the chance of Deon opening up pretty busted like what we saw in the last round.
So it looks like McCabe begins with Raiden and immediately hits Squamata.
Very strong Raiden, yes, absolutely. So get that extra draw real quick.
How was it looking?
So not too bad of a start. Oh, when he draws emptiness off the beast.
Jeez.
Not bad. This is going to be a solid 4 set. Oh, he mills the super poly. But he does hit a light swarm, so I believe he'll Raiden will go.
No, it's only for the first effect.
Yep, only for the first effect.
All right, so it looks like Akridge opened with Wing Blast, Karma Cut, Fire Lake.
And Double Scarm.
Yeah, Double Scarm and Tour Guide. Yeah. Tour Guide by itself allows you to make the 2 Burning Abyss monsters to turn on Fire Lake. If you search for a graph, you make a Dante, and you detach the graph.
And you can grab like a Scarm or anything like that.
So just something to keep in mind, depending on how passively he wants to play this game. It looks like he's going to play this very passively.
I like that decision. Get your trap set too, so that
that
you can combat his. I like that.
It is a little scary keeping the Raiden on board because Raiden is the kind of card that can quickly spiral out of control.
It can.
Like, he gets another draw.
Okay. Oh, he has BLS in hand. He drew BLS for the turn.
So it's very. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I thought he had milled it.
He has BLS in hand. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
He milled super.
Oh, okay.
So he's got one of the broken 1-ofs in his hand. And the other one in the crate.
Yeah, and so like I know he takes 3.
Yep.
But what's interesting though is that I know Deon has the Fire Lake, but it's so bad against artifacts.
Yeah, and he hits another creature off Hedgehog. This is the problem with leaving Raiden on the field. Sometimes I think you have to attempt to make an aggressive push and try to clear the Raiden, because sometimes the advantage just snowballs like this, and it's going to be hard for Deon to come back from this.
Absolutely. It can be a hit and miss kind of thing, but man, when Raiden hits, you feel it.
Yeah.
That's like a 5-finger just slap to the face, dog. Like, where's my money at? Boom! Make you feel it. Telling you.
ladies and gentlemen. That is when keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah, you know what it is. Oh, Deon has Lester in here as well.
Oh, and back over 1,000 viewers again.
Hey,
nice.
What up,
to
guys?
See you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, we can bring you. Actually, every single feature match has featured some has had some really good players.
This is hands down. I'm not just saying it because I'm here commentating. This has been the best feature matches, like just the string, like I've ever seen.
Yeah, we've had like top player after top player.
Absolutely, and you got the new decks in circulation, new cards for older dominance strategies.
So it looks like Akridge is going to go for a tour guide play, and it's going to get
and
emptiness.
there's that emptiness.
We can't forget that the Scarm is no longer on, and he catches it. The Scarm is no longer on the field, so he will get a search for Scarm during the end phase. So that's kind of a plus.
Deon has the BLS in hand. It's just he doesn't have a way to clear through that.
That emptiness.
It's really difficult. And this is the biggest reason why I was never a fan of playing Burning Abyss. Was just how hard it is to play around emptiness.
Yeah.
Or to like having to lock his opponent either.
Akridge making a very heads-up play of attacking the face-down Falco while emptiness is on board.
Yeah, good decision. He's gonna take a little life point damage right there, but he's gonna not allow his opponent to get that beast on board.
Yeah, that's something very easily overlooked is the ability to attack into face-down Shaddolls with relatively little recourse in a situation like that.
Yeah.
Looks like Deon passed. So searched at the end phase, and now I'm on McCabe here. See if I shut off that emptiness or try and keep board control with this riding.
Again, he does have the ability to turn off emptiness at will.
Yeah, of course.
The last call, if you'd like to try and sign for the last winner box of the day.
Is that Dragon?
Come on up to the score table. $12. You can win a box of the brand new set, the new challengers. Once again, this is the final call for the last winner box of the day. $12. Come on up. Get you signed up.
And that's going to drop Deon down to 5K. And again, we have this problem here where Sean has complete control of the board, and Deon is locked under empties and he can't do anything.
Emptiness
should be gone. The end phase mill.
He did
right?
He did mill for Raiden, so emptiness should be gone.
Emptiness.
What's up with that?
Gone.
Yeah, can we get that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very important.
This guy.
In the meantime, we're probably gonna end up rewinding this a little bit.
This is literally changing how the game should go.
Yeah, he wing blasted
that's not okay.
Emptiness. So we're probably gonna rewind this.
Yeah, Joe went over there.
Joe's trying to fix it now. Yeah, they're looking at it now. Raiden milled 2 cards from the deck.
How do people not know this stuff?
Things like that can get easily overlooked. I wouldn't put a lot of stock.
No, I'm not talking about like being ignorant about it.
No, I'm just saying, things like that get overlooked sometimes. It's not a big deal. We can fix it relatively easily. It's just the emptiness is no longer on the field.
Hey man, we got instant replay on this. Huh? Game's paused? All right,
Yeah,
game's paused.
All right, we're pausing it.
Pause.
We're currently calling a judge right now to try to get this sorted out.
I mean, you don't need a judge, all right? You just need a little common sense, all right? You got witnesses right here, all right? Put us in the courtroom, okay? I testify that Vanity's emptiness should have been gone at the end phase off that mill.
Preach it, brother.
Preach.
Take
you to church.
Take me to church.
Church. Yeah. Now people looking at me like that. Who let this?
Right. So it looks like they're trying to rewind it as far back as they can.
I feel bad for Deon because he already flipped the wing blast, so he gave that away. That's free information that could have that should have easily just been avoided. That shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, that is kind of upsetting.
But it bees what it bees.
Again, guys, just when you're in your matches, make sure you're keeping track of things like this. There's certain things that are easily overlooked. Don't necessarily see it as your opponent trying to cheat, but there's a lot of things going on in current Yu-Gi-Oh games. So never forget things like this. Taking a break from the match, though.
Man, let's talk about ourselves.
I'd rather not.
Ian, you're too modest.
I don't know about modesty.
Too modest.
I don't know about
He's a good
modesty.
guy.
I'm just not a very entertaining person to talk about myself.
Ian, I disagree, man. We are the best duo has ever touched the ARG mics.
It's kind of like, what do you like to do? I like to sit around with my finger up my nose.
All right.
And
Yo, shout outs to the boys back home watching. Shout outs to the whole Squabbles crew. Shout outs to my man Rolly holding it down the streets. Are we back?
We're back because it's a repairable game state.
Yeah, obviously.
They both get a warning because they both missed the mandatory trigger of Bandy's emptiness. The only thing that happens is that Deon
He showed off that wing
yeah,
blast.
he shows
Yeah,
wing blast.
Unfortunate, but it is what it is.
All right, so
We back.
We've resumed the game, and Deon has summoned his tour guide and elected to search Graph from the effect.
All right, overlay. Dante?
Yeah, it looks
gotta
like
be that
this.
Dante.
Yeah, it looks like he'll be going into Dante potentially. He might go into Alucard and try to set up plays, but yeah, he's just gonna go into Dante. That's pretty much the go-to rank 3 now.
Absolutely. Ooh, and Sanctum makes its first appearance of this duel.
Yeah.
Outside of being milled from game 1.
Yeah.
The incredibly powerful artifact Sanctum.
Yes, sir.
Should we know that Sean, he also does have a Shaddolls Fusion in his hand, along with a Morale Tech.
Okay.
Again, look at the rest of his hand.
Now, the downside to this is Akridge will get 2 effects from this Moral Talk.
Yeah.
But that takes a lot of momentum out of Akridge's play this turn, and that may just be the opening McCabe needs to seize this.
Yeah. So he's gonna add that graph back to his hand.
Now, if he adds the graph back to his hand, can he still search while it's on the stack? I think he needs to do that the other way, where he searches first and then adds it to his hand. Or does it?
Hang on.
I think it has to stay in the grave, but I'm not 100% on that.
It's going to trigger. Let me take a look. Actually, it's that's graph. Sometimes like this, just need Bowden in chat.
Right? Yeah, that guy is like an encyclopedia. Shouts to that guy.
Oh yeah.
Bowden.
Yeah, its cost was fulfilled, or the condition for the effect was fulfilled, of it being sent to the grave. So you can still add it back to your hand. You don't get the effect.
Okay. Graph is gonna special summon
That's Alec.
That's the one that negates effects,
Is it
or
Alec or
is it bounce?
I can't tell.
Let's see.
No, that's a Calcab. That's the one that bounces a back row.
Yeah, and he's gonna special summon Luster Soldier here. Yeah, Calcab's gonna die and bounce his back row, which I believe was another Sanctum.
Yeah.
Luster Soldier, a card not previously run in a huge amount in the Burning Abyss decks of the past.
Yeah, they either had to run Veiler to set it up, or it looks like Deon relies solely on having a Dante.
Yeah, but
Engrave.
Now, the advent of Virgil has both added another light and added another target for Sir to
Absolutely.
be reliable. So
Yep.
we're seeing it in Burning Abyss.
Yeah,
now.
man, it's the evolution of that deck we're talking about.
Oh,
It's real.
absolutely.
Check out the dragon.
So he's going to take 1,100 from that.
I guess he's debating on when he wants to swing over again.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I almost just wouldn't want to leave the Falco on board.
Yeah, I'd rather swing on the Falco over the Molotech.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that would be his best bet. We'll see how he plays it out.
Just because he opened himself up to like a Black Rose or something.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And you could chain Wing Blast, but that ain't going to stop the effect.
No.
Oh.
He runs over the Morale Tech.
All right. Well, one piece of the puzzle gone.
That's fair. He does still have Karma Cut and Phoenix Wing.
Yeah,
in one
absolutely.
set,
His defense is absolutely real.
along with a Firelight that he cannot activate yet.
Yeah.
But if the Luster Soldier dies, he does have the opportunity to make that Firelight fly.
For sure. Let's see which way he likes to take it.
McCabe with a hand of, it looks like his hand is just absolutely stacked. I see an emptiness.
All right, riding. Ooh.
Right, Geki.
I guess he goes bye-bye.
Yeah.
Another one of down the drain.
He spent a lot of his one-ups this game, including like the Super Poly.
Yep.
So a lot of those big comeback cards.
So
He's got normal the Hedgehog.
Okay.
Akridge thinking about the things he can do here. A lot of options available to him.
Yeah, Deon's actually in a pretty strong position, I want to say.
Um,
The best part about this is no extra deck monster on the board
Yeah, that's huge.
for fear of that Shaddolls fusion.
And we're going to see a Karma cut on Raiden.
Yep. Let's get her out of here.
And that's reasonable.
Yeah, it gets rid of the second one. Gets rid of some light fodder.
Which is
Well,
honestly
it's not-
just
yeah,
huge.
Yeah, because I'm assuming Sean runs Chaos Sorcerer and BLS.
Yeah, of course.
So,
And maybe the mini dragons as well. So there's a
Yeah.
light target going.
Looks like his hand is Emptiness, Sanctum,
he does have a Morale Tech
and a Moral Talk in his hand.
and a Shaddolls Fusion.
Shaddolls Fusion. There's the Shaddolls Fusion.
Yep.
So he has the option to pitch that Moral Talk and go into Construct.
And you can do it off of like getting rid of the Falco, which is why I do not like not clearing the Falco from last turn.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm inclined to agree there.
yeah, just because the biggest thing you have to play around is a Synchro Summon. So, but here he's gonna go for the Hedgehog instead.
Might even take it a step further here, and after this, provided he doesn't activate the Wing Blast, he could bring out Leo.
So I think he's gonna try to blind dragon something.
Yeah,
Looks
and
like he's pulled dragon to the front, and it looks like he may have pulled another Falco to add to his hand with Hedgehog.
Yeah, he's going for the dragon.
And yeah, he likes to add a dragon to his hand as well. So McCabe does have Leo
That's Wing Blast?
available to him. I believe. Yeah, that's the
That's
Oh,
the
that's
other
the final.
card.
Okay, so Wing
Yeah.
Blast is still face down. Okay.
Yeah, so that's huge for McCabe.
yeah, and this is also the repercussions of Deon revealing that Phoenix Wing
Yeah,
early
absolutely. I'm just trying to bet Eric, and there it comes.
on. Yeah,
Yep, and you
You
knew
know,
that had
this-
to happen.
he has to drop it, but like Sean knows where it was, and
So Draft is going to activate and allow him to special summon one from the deck.
yeah, I don't know if the judge let Deon shuffle his back row or not. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see that
Um,
either.
I see.
Ideally, you would think so,
Yeah.
just for you know.
I do see that
integrity's sake.
alongside of the Vanity Schemes that many of the Burning Abyss players today are packing, Akridge also has Ryza in his deck.
Yeah, that was a card I was a really big fan of. It was really big in Indy, and we saw it a little bit in Des Moines. And Rise is just that card. It's really good in the mirror match, and at like breaking those draws.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
finally, all right. He brought
Yeah.
out his Luster Soldier. I told you I saw that earlier
Yeah.
in the game.
It took a little while for him to bring it out.
And
So McCabe in a great position now.
McCabe has the ability to go into the insanely powerful Leo against Burning Abyss.
Yeah,
And he's just gonna go ahead and
There
do
he
that
goes.
because there's literally no reason not to.
yeah, and then hit for 31.
Yep. Very good sequence right there. I think it's emptiness in his hand, so
Yeah, he has,
Yeah,
this
he
game
has,
could
he has
very well be
emptiness.
all but over. We'll
Yeah,
see.
he just sent
see.
Emptiness Sanctum, so
Yeah.
this
Oh,
is
wow.
probably just
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's gonna go for the tour guide. Gonna get empty. That's all she wrote.
Yeah, this is not going to end well.
Might be turning this draw.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
draws
Firelink.
another Firelink. That's not gonna get him anywhere right now.
Yeah.
Another card in hand. Was that a rank up?
Yeah, so he probably has to go for the tour guide.
So he's
This
gonna
is-
flip.
This is either going to get, this is
He's
gonna
either
get
gonna
Emptiness
scoop
and
it out. Yeah, he's not even gonna bother trying to
Yep.
bluff it out.
All right, and Sean
stuff.
McCabe's going to take game 2. Is
Yeah.
gonna work our way to game 3.
All right. Yeah, we still got 11 minutes left in the round, so they can finish this up before time.
Yeah, it's just a little unfortunate that Deon had to have his wing blast exposed a little bit. But
Yeah,
again,
Deon-
that is on both of them. They do have to remember mandatory triggers that you
Yes.
gotta play
Yeah.
properly.
I mean, between the credentials of these guys, I would think one of them realized that Vanities shouldn't be up anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
know,
it does
I'm-
happen, I guess, when you're playing playing through a tournament. You
Yeah, I
forget one
guess. I
thing or
mean, what
another.
was this, round 6?
Yeah.
You slip up a little bit. You make mistakes.
Yeah,
It's
you
all
know,
Gucci. It's all Gucci.
It does happen.
That's why y'all got us here.
Gucci's also one of the words.
You banned that too?
Yeah.
Bro, that hurts.
Yeah. It's not because of you, it's because of Desmond.
Oh, okay. Oh, T-Pain?
Yeah.
Oh. That guy.
Okay, no, I'm just kidding. You can say it.
Oh, okay. All right, I don't think anyone went back in their side decks. Just go ahead and play it out with what they
Yeah,
did
looks
the
like
first
they're
time,
just
right?
gonna draw.
Yeah,
Go
man.
to game 3.
I'm imagining Deon's going first here.
Akridge opens with, it looks like 2 copies of Phoenix Wing Wind Blast and
Ooh.
3 Burning Abyss creatures.
Okay, and
That's really solid.
yeah, that's not too bad. of an opening.
Definitely.
Oh, but it looks like he's letting McCabe go first.
Yep.
Interesting.
This is a thought process that I've heard a couple people have.
Yeah.
In the Burning Abyss Shaddol matchup. If you're playing Burning Abyss, you want to put Shaddol on the play because card advantage is so important in these matchups.
Okay.
Because they tend to be a grind fest unless you get OTK'd out of nowhere
True.
with like Luster Soldier or the Dark Arm builds, which McCabe isn't on.
Yeah, and because he's not running a card like Supply Squad, which like almost demands that you want to go first.
Yeah, of course. He can afford to go second. Okay, and get that 6th card.
Yeah, especially with all the disruption with like Wing Blast and Karma Cuts, you're perfectly fine just setting back row and passing the turn.
And Akridge just drew a copy of Rubik for his turn.
Yes,
there's a potential to bring out Virgil here.
Yeah, this may be our first Virgil sighting this match.
Looks like Rubik hitting the field unopposed, or is McCabe thinking?
Yeah, what's Sean's back row? I couldn't.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. I didn't see it either.
Well, I saw he had a Moral Talk in hand. He actually drew that from the Beast.
That's a little rough.
I don't know if he would just set that, try and maybe force something out here. But I don't think he'd go Alucard and pop the back row regardless. That's just wishful thinking right now. That's like you're sitting at home play testing, and that's what your opponent draws. Nah, man. Perfect world. Perfect world.
The opponent that always plays as horribly as possible.
Yes, exactly. I be doing that all the time. I'm about to go savage this watch here. Savage this ARG. Just never quite works out that way.
My opponents keep blind blowing up my back rows with Alucard. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I think I know he's debating between Virgil and Dante. I think you take the chance and you go for the Virgil. If that Virgil sticks, like
that's incredibly
spinning
powerful.
that mathematician, like he's so far ahead.
Even if it doesn't, you still gain like a reasonable amount of card advantage from something like a Sanctum.
Yeah, and that's what's so disgusting about these Burning Abyss boss monsters is like you get rid of them and they still give back advantage.
Yeah.
So like their floaters float into the boss monster. Which
that's like cash back, man. That's like cash back. That's the kind of banker I'm trying to be with. I keep all my money in a shoebox right now, but when I come up, I'm getting that cash back. you know it's true, man.
Looks like Akridge elected to make Dante and mills the rank up magic in his deck.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. You can always elect to just pick it up instead of drawing.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, and that's big.
Yeah. I always messed up a little bit because the times I played this deck, I said I'm gonna dredge it back. But you don't mill.
Oh yeah, the good old magic terminology here.
Yeah. So yeah, if we kind of mess up and we say stack once or twice, yeah, we mean the chain links.
It's all the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
You guys know what we're talking about, probably.
I'm just so surprised he didn't go for the Virgil. I think you take.
Yeah, I thought the Virgil was definitely going to come.
I think what he's going to do here is he went for the Dante, and now he's going to attempt to go for the Virgil.
Okay.
Because it looks like he's thinking about bringing out Rubik off of the graph effect.
Yeah.
And he does have the other Burning Abyss creatures in his hand, 2 special. He's going to elect to go for Sir instead.
They're having a dispute over
attack or defense mode.
Yeah.
Deon technically brought it out in defense mode first and then switched it to attack. Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually arguing about it. Yeah.
Oh boy.
We have a judge call.
Okay.
Look, McCabe over there just switching his card back. Deon's like, look, bro.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
Front of hood.
Yeah,
okay.
I was gonna say
front of hood.
Yeah, he looked kind of angry about that too. He's
like,
right.
I ain't just playing Burning Abyss. I burn that ass too. Okay.
I'll burn your abyss.
See me off the feature match, right?
Yeah, he looked kind of angry there. He's like, I know you're not touching my cards.
Got some real goons in the building.
Do we have a problem?
Got some real goons in the building. Oh my God, bruh. Bruh. Hey, y'all taking y'all sweet time. Y'all might want to get over there.
Run, Soto, run.
So with the dispute, I just was talking with our head judge, Zach Bishop.
Yeah.
And he did bring it out in defense mode and took his hand off of it. Now, what I'm wondering is, okay. That's what we saw?
Yeah, that's what we saw.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to do it to him, but he did it.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
unfortunate.
we are ruling. I know this is kind of be like sharking, but
yeah, it's unfortunate. It has
chess
to be
rules.
Like this,
you take your hand off the card, and that's the mode that it's got to be in.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, brother. I fought for you.
Just got to be careful.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Again, a tournament like this late in the tournament, it demands very tight technical play.
Exactly.
Something like this will get punished in an instant without a second thought.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see Deon not too happy about this decision.
No.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but there's nothing.
They're still waiting the appeal. I know our head judge has multiple appeals right now, so we'll get that in just a minute. But yeah, so that's normally how we've done it, or how Zach has ruled things in the past. He's our head judge for almost all of these circuit series, and yeah, like chess rules. You take your hand off that, take it off the card. That's the mode that's going to be. Same thing. Most people also normally let you, like, if you set a back row, want to pick it up, things like that. But
yeah, we got a couple people asking in the chat what just happened.
Yeah, what just happened is Deon special summoned the Seer in defense mode, picked his hand up, and then realized he wanted to put in attack mode instead. And Sean is making the appeal that you did bring it out in defense mode.
Because your hand was removed from the card. So.
Yes. And I don't think it's going to matter too much because I think you should go for the virtual play anyway. But
see, what he needs is a little headset in his ear.
Yeah.
So I can hear this commentary and realize, oh, okay, well, they're literally telling you what to do. That would actually be pretty sick if somebody did that.
What we might do, I know we need to order these. We might see if we can get them for Seattle, is get lapel mics for the players.
You mean like there's
okay.
You mean like there's in-helmet mics they give to the players randomly?
Yeah.
just listen to the weird stuff they say.
Who's mic'd up?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we actually all of these cameras over there do have microphones on them, but
really?
They're not a great quality.
I'd love to see that happen. Just like give like a mic to 3 random people and follow them through the tournament.
Yeah.
And just see what happens.
It builds the storylines, which is nice.
Yeah. Maybe that's something maybe that's something we look into. If you're a local hero in Seattle, man.
I'd love to know what Deon's saying right now. Like, you can only imagine this boy going off.
Yeah, there was. If you're just tuning in, there was a little bit of animosity when Akridge switched his Sir to attack mode. McCabe actually switched to defense mode, and Akridge kind of looked like he was annoyed by it.
Yeah, I know. There's some players who do not like your opponent touching your own cards.
I'm one of them too. You ain't pay for it, don't touch it. All right.
Yeah.
Because the tournament's got to end sometime. See me in these streets. Like,
you keep saying streets.
Streets.
I'm not really afraid because you clearly can't read.
Look, I don't need to read the McDonald's down on 4th, okay?
What do you mean meet me in the streets? You don't know what street to meet me on.
All right, we can GPS
We're
it.
not meeting on Sesame
The
Street.
GPS talks. The GPS literally talks. I don't have to read anything anymore. We're in 2014, okay?
Settle. Let's settle.
I'm not gonna tolerate
settle.
this.
Okay, how about this? Settle it and smash.
All right. You brought the DS out too. Let me find my charger. Let's go. Show you this Rosalina real quick.
Yeah, just settle the argument like men later. Come on, guys.
You got it. All right, looks like this is finally getting resolved up here.
Yeah, we got head judge Zach Bishop over there.
Shouldn't be too much longer. Players will probably get an extension, so the timer's going to be a little bit off.
Yep. I'll have him come over, just give the extension. I can adjust the clock for what we can see.
So, don't worry about that, guys.
When the dispute happened, it was around 4 minutes.
He's letting him leave the Sir in attack mode.
Okay.
Oh, is he really?
That's surprising.
Wow. All right.
That's very surprising.
I mean, wait, did it even matter?
Yeah, clearly.
I don't think it didn't matter. It's just.
That's the principle.
The principle.
It's
of the
the
thing,
principle.
Yeah. And that's what I just said earlier. Like, it's not even gonna matter, but.
Deon with those next level mind games.
Yeah.
You think it doesn't matter?
BLS, graph, and a vanity swing.
Okay.
That graph is pretty big.
He's already used the effective graph, hasn't he?
I don't
he used
know.
The effective graph earlier.
To
We
bring out
paused it,
Seer?
so I'm not.
Yeah, he brought out Sir. This is.
Did he?
Deck.
There's
Yeah.
no way this isn't a game log.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, he's right.
Yeah,
he's right.
Hang on. That is technically another warning.
Yeah, that's.
That is another warning on
Well,
top of
I
the
mean,
warning.
to be fair, they had paused the game.
Yeah.
For a good 4 minutes, and they're sitting there arguing, explaining to each other. That's just a little bit of an error right there. I think we should just let that. I don't think that's
I don't
worth
know.
it.
I think they're. Yeah, he already used graph.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to let it slide.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't punish. Just because you had that long dispute, which actually paused the game.
We need a giant buzzer that we can just slam our hands on.
That's a good idea.
You know, back in the day, you just throw some wet pickles at them. Yeah.
Okay, so that's time for the round, but they do have a
they
few
got their
extra minutes.
extension.
Yeah, so.
All right, so
they are aware of their extension.
Dante's going to defense after the attack.
Yeah, and it comes downer.
And it looks like Akridge is going to go into at least one downer, maybe two. Downer, of course, powerful because it'll.
Oh, he's just electing not even to do that.
And the end phase decree from McCabe